Guys, welcome to Digital Investments. So ITC dropped its revenue, and this quarter it didn't do quite well because there's some other external factors, and and another factor which I predicted it quite well. First of all, let's look at the numbers, because what numbers is what matters for a machine like ITC. Before I suggest anything, this is your own money. I mentioned it in my description. The losses are up to you. Follow your own investment strategy, but you can follow my investment strategy. It cannot get good return. It can return a good return by the long term, but I'm not sure. I don't have a crystal ball which I can predict. So I'll talk about ITC. ITC is a very good business to be invested in for the long term, especially since it crashed a lot. It has a very good moat advantage. Since it's crashed a lot now, and it's at a good valuation. I think it's about 5,28,000 177 lakh CR. And its revenue has been quite good, but profits not that good. Profits are not that good, which inflation plays a key role. But we could see good sales, good revenue, good profits being kicking in from the next quarter onwards. That's when you would see actual effect of the GST rate cut. And this quarter it didn't play a key role. It didn't play a key role because why inventory days of the previous of all the goods which is there is only going to increase. What about the goods? I think rate cut kicked in about October 1st. What about the previous good what about the previous goods which rate cut didn't kick in? Aren't the inventory days of those going to rise? So that is what that didn't produce. I was 50-50 wrong, 50-50 correct. I expected revenue to be growing in with the Diwali sale and everything, but I also predicted that rate cut is GST rate cut is going to bring a inventory sales disruption and all. So let's look at the numbers. Revenue grew to 21,007 CR, even as the profit increased to 4.2 51.2 187 CR. You know, it if you look at its revenue profit didn't do that well year to year. Year to year it did quite well, but quarter to quarter it didn't do that well. It didn't do it that well. You may be saying why ITC is there, because ITC for carries some of the profit from each quarter to the year ending when they're posting. So that is what ITC business revenue earning model is generally is. You know, this company has got a good moat advantage in you know uh, food and beverage industry. uh, food and beverage food and beverage got a good moat advantage in notebooks and cigarettes. Especially in Ashirwad Atta. Classmates. I used to love Classmates and cigarettes. So it didn't do quite well. ITC's other business did quite well, but because of its excess, that is what post commentary said. Post commentary also mentioned that it has acquired some of the startups this quarter. Yoga bar, frozen meat, ready to cook, Prasma, Mitigo, and all that. Most we cannot just. I see market reacting always positively to this acquisition, but in the long term, I think 95% of the acquisitions fail. So yeah, I wanted to speak especially about that. Yeah, this is what caught my eye. Slowdown in consumer demand and extreme weather has affected sales of all major FMCG companies. ITC said excessive rain affected their sales this quarter, and demand is recovering, but trends are mixed. Transition. This is a post-trending commentary. Transition to the new GST regime posed operational challenge, causing short-term business disruption. Company said in a stock exchange filing, strong performance continues in premium portfolio and new gen channel. So this is some of the commentary they made in the earnings call. I was following it. They acquired some startups, but you see how good does. These are some of the good companies. Yoga Bar, Frozen Meat. I heard of this company, 24 Bar Mantra. I heard of these companies. They're very good company. I especially use Yoga Bar. It's quite a bit tasty. I like I predicted perfectly. ITC is this GST rate cut won't kick in this quarter. It won't bring in that much sales this quarter. It obviously play a major role in next quarter, but this quarter, inventory days of the previous goods are just gonna keep rising. Uh, and Previous good before the rate cut, what about those goods? Those goods are yet to be sold yet, and so that is a very key role to be watched in this quarter, with especially with FMCG and retail. So yeah, so that is a very crucial role which played. The rural and urban, the company has did quite well. The revenue is increasing, but ITC is a very good investment to be look made for the long term. Look at its revenue growth. Profit as well. Profit as well is, they don't follow this profit model because ITC follow many big companies. What they do is they drag the profit to next quarter. They cut the profit and they take the keep carry forwarding the remaining profit to the next quarter. At the year end, they'll announce all the profits together. This is what ITC is doing. I think I am looking to invest in more in ITC, but not at this overbought level. But with this bad Q2, I would be. I'm happy, this to be invested in this company more. I'm going to be buying ITC. So guys, take it time. Yeah, I will be buying more with this rate cut. We could see a big crash coming at this level, and till the rate cut, I would be more interested in this level. I'll be more interested in buying at this level. I'll put in some orders, but majority of my new orders will come at this level. So we'll see. And another thing is BLS, recently they did some acquisition of new subsidiaries. They expanded they expanded their business operation to few other countries. I'm so happy I bought the dip. Everyone are panic selling. I understand these are micro caps. They are won't be there in for they are very volatile, and their business model is not that predictable, but considering this is a machine, I'm so happy I bought the tip. So BSE has subscribed 100% in its share capital and international service. It expanded its Senegal and Cyprus business under its parent countries as this one, BLS International Senegal and BLS International Services for related to visa and passport processing. So I'm quite happy I did quite well buying the dip. And another thing, one of my favorite companies, I wish they report a bad quarterly earnings. If you look at its fundamentals, we're trading at a very good premium. I'm waiting for this to come at this level so I could buy more, and I hope they do. But it looks like it's not going to be happening. BLS International, sorry, BEL earnings call is happening tomorrow. So this is what analysts is expecting strong revenue growth with Q2 FY26 about around 535 crores, up 16 to 20% year to year, driven by robust order book execution across defense, electronics, radar, and communication. Margins has been tried to moderate due to product mix, high base effects with EBITDA margin. When a profit is supposed to be analysts are, I read this and like, analysts are quite happy with they're placing a big bet on Bharat Electronics. I was looking to buy, supposed to be buying at this Actually, I was going to buy at this level, but I missed it, you know. But I don't care. I want them to uh, report a bad earnings tomorrow, so I could be buying at this level for or a long term more. So I also asked, you know, received a strong order book this 71,000 crore order book, which is quite very good. You know, defense India is actively investing in its defense. You know, its Make in India initiative uh, is only going to be increasing in the defense sector. You know, it's only going to be good for India in the long term, with lot of made in India defense initiative. You know, I read I read a news from ship to ship. All this all this is going to them made all this is going to be made in India. You know, I am this is what caught my, you know, they're getting an order of 71,000 crore, you know, with a strong backing from the Indian government. This could be India's Nvidia. I'm betting this is an India's Nvidia. I'm so bullish on this company in the long term that I actually expect it to place a bad earnings, but hopefully analysts are placing good bets. So, you know, doing it quite well. You know, it's doing a quite well, doing quite well. It's going on a good uh, this one. You know what I say? Going on a good bull trend. Well, I see. And thing is, today this is my portfolio update. This is my I just show my portfolio update. This is my portfolio update. Nifty crashed a bit, but I am in green today. So tomorrow I'm not up. I'm in green today because of my BLS International subsidiary acquisition and registering under their organization, and as well as yeah, that's it. Yeah, not much green, I guess. You know, Reliance has crashed a lot. You know, just profit booking. Yeah, so mainly because, you know, yesterday Fed's commentary, Jerome Powell said that, you know, a lot of analysts were expecting that rate cut would be happening in December. A lot of analysts were expecting. However, Jerome Powell, you know, came with his hawkish tone. Sorry, came in with his dovish tone. He said you have to wait another cycle for next rate cut, because Jerome Powell was very clear. Only two rate cuts would be happening this year. That's in that's which happened, and which I think happened in August or September, which I'm not sure. Yeah, so that's it from me today. Please like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.